This is Mr. Solver, and today's discussion is whether or not the great Nolan could defeat the spaceship pilot.
Omni-Man one-shots.
Are you sure?
While younger, Omni-Man was capable of pushing a planet closer to its sun, granting him large planetary AP.
You can get this all the way to star level.
I love this really disingenuous downplay regarding Omni-Man's power scaling when there's easy ways to get him far above large planetary. I can give a quick syllogism to address this. P1, if Tech Jacket is stated to be the strongest weapon in the universe, then Tech Jacket would scale above Space Racer's Infinity Ray. P2, Tech Jacket is stated to be the strongest weapon in the universe. Conclusion 1, therefore Tech Jacket would scale above Space Racer's Infinity Ray. Premise 3, if Omni-Man scales above Tech Jacket, then Omni-Man would obviously scale above Space Racer's Infinity Ray via chain scaling. P4, Omni-Man scales above Tech Jacket. Conclusion 2, therefore Omni-Man would scale above the Infinity Ray.
Okay, first off, there is some problems here. For one thing, no, Tech Jacket isn't above the Infinity Ray. Wanna know why? Because of the simple feats and the simple inverse. For example, Tech Jacket wasn't able to do anything to Viltrumites, while the Infinity Ray was able to one-shot these same Viltrumites. So this would mean that this should be taken as hype statement or hyperbole and not a level of how strong these characters are.
This is just going to be further verified as Omni-Man alongside Thetis and Mark were capable of destroying Viltrum, while the Infinity Ray was only capable of temporarily destabilizing Viltrum.
It was literally stated by Thetis that they needed to aim at it perfectly and they needed the Infinity Ray to destabilize it. And if it was stabilized, they would have died on impact.
It's important because the Infinity Ray is just verbatim stated to be capable of destroying stars, which would make Omni-Man at the bare minimum star level to large star level, given the fact that he would scale above the Infinity Ray.
He was also capable of crossing the distance between two galaxies in a month, granting him massively faster than light speed. And is capable of fighting Uzi, who can generate black holes in an instant, getting them to large star level.
Okay, so why is this calc valid or applicable? You never give any justification as to why we should take this calc at face value. Even if I hypothetically granted this calc, how did Uzi generate this black hole? Was it through a hacks ability? Was it through her AP? You never give any substantiation as to how Uzi managed to generate this black hole, so we could just dismiss this as a hacks ability. Therefore, Uzi's AP wouldn't scale to it, and thus N's AP also wouldn't scale to it.
Yeah, Kiryu, even though you're my friend, I have to, disagree with the whole N scaling to Uzi thing. Again, Sin was playing around with him and really wasn't even trying all that much. There's nothing stating that he should scale to Uzi, let alone the black holes, because again, we never see him actually tank any of these. You can't just say he should scale to this just because. You need to provide a good reason.
He could also pilot a landing pod that could travel around solar systems, getting them to massively faster than light.
Okay, so Kiryu Solver is very, very, very special needs, because just because that you can pilot a ship or something doesn't mean that you scale to the speed of that ship. A pilot can pilot a jet. Does that mean the pilot would scale to the jet in terms of speed? No, this is just a non sequitur and wouldn't logically follow. Even if I hypothetically granted this feat, I'm not going to take this calc at face value, because traveling a solar system could simply just be 50% the speed of light, therefore this wouldn't even logically follow.
There are plenty of other ways to get N much faster than 50% the speed of light. For example, this drone was able to dodge this ship, and let's assume that it is going at 50% the speed of light, if not faster. Tessa was able to speed blitz this drone, and N was able to speed blitz Tessa.
Into being massively faster than light. Even if we hypothetically granted this calc, like I said, this only traveled a solar system. Omni-Man managed to cross galaxies within a matter of weeks, therefore Omni-Man would be way faster than this ship. So given the scaling that I've already laid out for Omni-Man, Omni-Man is just going to speed blitz N a million times before N even knew what happened and just tear him apart.
Between the two of these civilization-defending warriors, the only one that comes out alive is serial designation N.
But anyways, yeah, that's the video. So what do you think about it? If you want me to actually make a video on Omni-Man vs. N, make sure to like the video, and make sure to subscribe, and make sure to comment Omni-Man vs. N. Anyways, that's it for me. See you later.